one, and we live. GM, GM,
GM.
GN, GN for some of you.
GM.
Hello.
Milady.
Milady.
Okay, it went out. Perfect. All right, let's check Sanko. Are we is it streaming on Sanko right now? I believe it is. It shows me
It's
loading on
working.
mine. We're good. All right, so this is cool. So we know now that Sanko TV is officially compatible with Streamlabs, Talk Studio, as well as OBS. So you don't need to use OBS only. This is pretty cool. Welcome, welcome. We have Blaze, Bison, and Deww with us from the Sanko squad. What's up, guys?
Hey, Cozy. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, Cozy, this is great. Yeah. Thanks for having me as well.
Me too. Thanks for having me too.
DK, if there's a day that I don't get to hear your beautiful voice, I don't know if I can go on. Bison, it's been a long time. We've known each other for many years now in the interwebs. I was blessed enough to meet you in person as well. So cool to come full circle and now be on stream in the Layer 3 world, talking about Sanko TV, streaming from Sanko TV. It's pretty meta.
Indeed. Who knew all those years ago we'd be here? So it's a cool new way to hang out, I guess.
Yep. So before we get into Sanko, which most people who are watching us on Sanko know what this is, give us a brief intro, just so everyone who's on Twitter watching the broadcast and our late viewers on YouTube and the 9 other places that we're at will know who you are.
You want to go, Deww? Want to give the intro?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I'm Deww. I'm one of the developers here at Sanko. I've been working on Sanko TV for the past few months and, happy it's finally been released. So as a little intro to what Sanko TV is, it's a new crypto native streaming platform, new kind of social-fi platform, that allows you to stream. It has, a bunch of fun crypto integrations and a financialized layer on top of it that just makes it really fun. Some things that we have are, passes, kind of similar to Friendtech keys, where your streams are gated by passes and people can trade. So buy and sell your passes. We have fun NFT gifting integration, which is great because the streamer, in our case, keeps 90% of the tips that they get, which is really great. You can gift some Gary Genslers, you can gift some Golden Glizzies, some crack pipes to your favorite streamers. And yeah, really fun website aesthetics. And yeah, we have a lot of cool things coming, like boosting and ticketing that I'm sure we'll talk about later in this call. But yeah, Sanko TV is now live.
Dope. And Bison, a little bit about you.
I'll clear it up now that I'm not actually officially a part of the team. I'm just a majority shareholder, and
he's just the broker. Blaze Bison is the Sanko broker.
You know me, man. I'm an enjoyer, okay, and just a degen who fell in love with Sanko. So I'm excited. I came for the games and I stuck around and have been giving streaming a little bit of a try, but I feel weird talking to myself. So it's been really fun watching a lot of the different sort of subcultures around crypto come onto the platform. That's what I've enjoyed. We're calling it we're memeing that it's a subculture renaissance, but you know how it goes.
You definitely see that. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. You have people that are using it like traditional stream, like a traditional Twitch platform. They're streaming their games on it. You have other people that are doing some cool stuff like they're almost like the reaction streamers. So it's like the way a reaction YouTuber is watching videos and reacting them. Only they're doing it with live streams, where they're going from live stream to live stream and watching them, so their viewers can see what's happening on all these other streams. I saw a Sanko talk show, I think, that started yesterday or 2 days ago. So you've got that popping up. Eden.
Shout out. Cool. He's one of the he's doing those interview style streams, which are really cool. He's been streaming since testnet, so yeah, it's exciting to see what people come up with. Some
Love to see it.
of the Miladies has sort of coded in commands to his chat where you can spawn Doom characters while he's playing, which is really dope. It's a lot of fun so far.
He reverse engineered our chat API in a matter of like days, which was very impressive. So we might just kind of open source it and let the community have fun with it. Especially with programmable money, like there's really unlimited potential. So yeah, really cool to see this stuff.
So outside of us just assuming that this came from an idea of wanting a crypto version of Twitch, where did the idea for Sanko come from? Was it just a piece of the puzzle for Sanko Dream Machine, or was this kind of an idea that spawned elsewhere?
Blaze, if you want to pick this one up, you were around in the early days.
Yeah, look, I know I've been following Smoothie, our CEO, for a while in CT world, and just been following his project that he sort of started building, I think 18 months ago. We really should have the CEO up, but so the lore is like they bought the IP for a failed video console from the, I think, late 80s to 2000 called Sanko, and skinned some games, and they had an NFT drop last year, which is Sakura Parks and Streets of Milady. The idea being, a game, the final product probably a while out yet, but it's a gaming console. There's already we've got Pinball, Tekken, a variation on Crazy 8's card game, which is actually really fun, called Sanko. And yeah, that's what attracted me to it initially, and then I just started looking out. What's that? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say something else.
So yeah, I mean, when Sanko TV was sort of mentioned, I was like, that this has huge potential. This was I think even before Friend Tech even came out. You might want to take over in regards to how Sanko TV came about out of the initial concept around GameCorp and the arcade games and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Going back a little bit. So I joined, for some backstory, I joined Sanko around 2.5 months ago. So when I joined, Smoothie and the team kind of caught me up on all the lore that Sanko had. But I guess, like Blaze said, kind of started off as an NFT collection, Sakura Park and Streets of Milady. And the whole Sanko was all one big psyop of this, alleged Japanese video game company from the 90s. It's like Sanko was bringing back the classics, the Dream Machine is coming back as an NFT collection. And then, and it was funny, people reached out to Smoothie. They're like, oh my God, I remember playing the Sanko games in the 90s. They're so great. I can't wait for you to bring it back. Yeah, people would say that seriously to him, which is really funny. So he released the NFT collection, had to bring it back. It was all one big psyop. So people were like, oh, that's great. When are the games coming out? And he was like, oh. And then before you know it, hired some developers, built some games, and now here we are. So kind of a funny origin story. And then
the best software always starts as memes.
Exactly.
So they're on the right path.
Exactly.
It's supposed to have meme lore. It's like, the software company starting in garages. It's like if you're going to be a major player, you had to have started in a garage somewhere. It has to be rooted in a meme.
Yeah.
So there's been, I see a lot of posting about Sanko continuing to ship new features. So give me a little insight on what Sanko V1 was like, what you've rolled out to date, and kind of if you want to give any alpha on the newest upcoming features people will see.
Yeah. Do you mean for Dream Machine or Sanko TV?
No, for Sanko TV.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
You can talk about Dream Machine too. I don't know how heavy into the development of the other of the other protocols or other games that are on there you are. So I only wanted to loop in the Sanko Dream Machine stuff, so people kind of had an understanding of like how Sanko TV fit into all of the other pieces. But if you want to share any alpha on like the Dream Machine as well, be my guest. I'm not gonna hold you back or stop you.
For sure, for sure. The majority of my time is spent on Sanko TV, so I can talk more about that. So yeah, we started working on this like 3 months ago, kind of before FriendTech even kind of came out. So yeah, really interesting. So we released our beta, I believe it was early October. That was like the first full V1 version, which had the basic functionality that is in the site today. The core premise being the passes, which is kind of a play on FriendTech's their keys idea, where you can own someone's pass, and the next pass you buy is like a higher price, and it follows this price curve, exponential price curve, so you can sell the pass later for a higher price and kind of speculate and almost like trading someone's, like FriendTech's motto is your network is your net worth, kind of like that. So we're building off of that core foundation of having passes being the core like financial primitive for Sanko TV. And yeah, so V1 includes like the passes and the NFT gifting. So some fun gifts, like I said before, you can get some Genslers, some Trumps, some
What can I
golden
do with
glizzies.
what can I do with a Gensler?
What can you do with the Gensler? You can look at it in your wallet and see it in all of its glory.
Are there any competitions
maybe we
who has
can.
the most Genslers?
I only want glizzies.
We have-
Don't fucking send me a Gensler.
I kind of want
BK.
glizzies too.
It's funny. We had a golden glizzy tournament. Someone called it the Golden Glizzy Cup last weekend, where it was like a free weekend where all the streams were opened up to the public.
I saw that.
So then the winners got golden glizzies sent to them by Sanko, which was really cool. But yeah, I would love to add a leaderboard. If you go to our explore page, you can see a few leaderboards. We have like top passes, top views, and we have top simps as well. Whoever gives the most gifts. I see Blaze is up there actually.
Yeah, Blaze.
Not to call him out on the simp leaderboard, but
he's usually at the top.
Yeah. So I would love to add like
in the chat, by the way, minting cigarettes and glizzies and Genslers. So
I've
thank
been
you.
seeing that.
You should see your wallet balance going up as well now, Cozy or Eden. So the
shout out to the
ERC
chat.
55 NFTs, as well as sending is it 95% or 90% to the streamer, and then
it's 90%.
90, yeah. So then half of the remaining is used to buy back DMT, right? So you can watch the ARB deck screener chart, just like having all these microtransactions.
I saw that on a tweet. It was like, this is the power of Sanko TV, and it was just like a buy wall of DMT buys coming in. So you could tell like someone was some streamer was getting a lot of gifts that day. It was probably when Not Nasty Bambi was on.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
the e-girl's coming to
her stream.
Yeah.
Bambi saved DMT.
E-girl's coming is bullish.
We're e-girls too.
You've gotten knocked down. You're number 3 now. You got taken over by Sursenal.
Oh man, Seasonal's going nuts in the gifts.
Oh, it's seasonal. I thought that was an R. I'm like Sursenal. Saying everything funny. So what's the goal? What's the Sanko goal end game? Right now we're starting with basic streaming, gifting, passes. What do you hope to kind of build this out into?
Yeah, we really wanted to make it the go-to spot, for people to be streaming. Right now, it's a crypto native product, and right now our target audience are crypto natives. So I guess in the short term, our goal is to just onboard a lot of crypto Twitter, onboard all of CT, into using our platform. I think that kind of audience is who we're going after right now. Some cool stuff that we're adding in the short term are like ticketing, where you can buy someone's pass or get access to someone's stream for like 24 hours or 12 hours. So so you don't have to buy their entire pass. And then we're adding other stuff like boosting. So when you gift someone like a glizzy, for example, it unlocks their stream for a set amount of time for new people to join,
Oh, that's
which
cool.
is really cool. And yeah, it really creates it's kind of memed in crypto, but it creates a cool flywheel effect. It's like if you own someone's pass for a stream and you want other people to see the stream as like a preview, you can gift the streamer, say a few glizzies, and it'll boost that stream.
Raid.
So it'll put it at the top of the homepage and make it a free preview for people to watch it. And yeah, so it really creates a good incentive system. And of course, there'll be revenue sharing with that for pass holders, along with the ticketing. So yeah, it really incentivizes people to own passes for streamers because there's rev share in that as well, which is really cool. And along the lines of yeah, go ahead.
I want a passes wrapper so I can gift passes or give them out as rewards. I was mentioning to you guys earlier before we got on stream, but I had waited to buy passes for Eaton's account because I wasn't sure whether or not I could gift them or not, and I was gonna get 20, 25 of them or so that we could give them out to in raffles and for giveaways. But they're not transferable yet, so maybe we will if they ever become. We'll market buy for the culture and then gift them out.
Yeah, that would be really cool functionality to add to the site. And yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, along the lines of more things to come and what we see in the short-term future of Sanko TV.
Getting to the alpha.
There's some cool. Yeah, I guess some fun alpha for you guys here. One thing that, at least me personally, I'm really excited about are the text-to-speech gift messages you can do. So right now, when you gift someone like a banana, it just shows up on their stream with a fun little animation, and it calls it out in the chat. But soon you'll be able to add a little message, maybe a 140-character message, to the gift. And you can choose the voice that it says the message in. So you could just make it say whatever you want. It'll pop up on the stream. Exactly, yeah. So we have some fun ideas. And being a crypto native platform, of course, we want to use voices from popular people in crypto. So that's very exciting. I'd love to be able to just say the most nonsense things in like BitBoy's voice or like SBF's voice. Yeah, so I think that really would help the community engage with the streamer more, and of course incentivize more tipping in the platform. So yeah, really cool things to come.
Yeah, you definitely see some streamers that even on some podcasts where they like really utilize a lot of those like voice sound effects, quoting sound effects, and it's like all throughout the stream, and so much that you almost don't notice that they are sound effects they're using. Like I'm trying to think of which one it was. There was some maybe it was H3H3. I was watching something where it was like some guy was on there and he just like crushed Ethan's soul, and I wanted to see it happen, so I was checking this out, and during the thing, whoever was the sound guy was pressing them so often that I thought that there was a conversation going on in the background. But then it made me think, I'm like, dude, I would love to do that, like just to like mess with people, like have a bunch of like really well thought out quote sound effects that I'm just like using all throughout the thing. So I've started putting that together, DK. I haven't made it my official soundboard yet, but be ready for
Dude, I'm gonna have to get some cool streamer tools now. I mean, we do it so often. We're streamers. We're streamers now, guys.
You need a stream deck.
I know. I just gotta. I haven't even set up my VTuber. I just got a custom Monada this week, and it's fucking sick.
Hands down the dopest Monada that I've ever seen. And I was telling you guys earlier, they made me one because I was like, yeah, I just want new clothes for this one so that so that we kind of matched, like me and DK, because it was going to be like for an Eden thing. And they just sent me a new Anata to use, but it was pretty much his Anata, but without the hood. And I just like, I didn't feel like I could use that. You know, I'm like, DK hasn't even used his new Anata yet. You're going to give me one. And I stream all the time, like whether I'm streaming fucking, you know, video games or I'm hopping on someone else's thing. There's no way that I can use this as much as I use my Anata before he does. Or even when he's doing it, like, you know, just have this one that looks identical, but without a hood. So I talked to Sashimi. I'm going to see if they'll like remove the eyes from its forehead, change the shirt, change the colors. So we'll both have Catboys, but at least mine won't be, you know, won't look identical to your Cheshire.
Very cool. And how did Eden get started? Like, what's your plans for it?
Oh, I got started because we felt like originally we were doing it. We started off doing it daily, and you know, doing a daily stream is like far too much of a drain. And like if someone's sick, then like that throws you off. But then like when there are times of like no volatility in the
news,
in the crypto
like,
news market, you know,
we're
like
talking about BitBoy for half a stream.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just like it's better to consolidate and do it a few times less. But it really just came from like us feeling that the only podcasts that existed were kind of like shitty, paid shilly ones, things that didn't cover like the stuff that's happening daily. There are a lot of things that like we know a bit earlier than some of these larger like platforms would, because they're not like working in the industry or building things in the industry. So yeah, kind of like a lack of people that have their ear to the ground and, you know, getting their hands dirty to talk about shit. The other thing is that like there's a lot of sorry about that. The other thing I think is that like there aren't a lot of people that will just say kind of like whatever they want. And we don't really care too much. Like, you know, we'll just say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of a lack of that. Not enough people willing to say what's on their mind, and not enough people talking about like everything that's going on in crypto and like
Yeah, and there's definitely there's a lack of perspective, I think, on the like builder side, right? So you got like influencers that have like their showcase, and a lot of them have gotten so like shilly that who knows like what they're talking about, if it's paid or if it's not paid. Most of the time it's garbage. And then you have like the traditional media stack podcasts, which are really paid but in a more professional way, and no one's really focusing on like what's going on the builder side, what's going on like the like vision side, like what does 6 months look like, right? Like what does 9 months look like on like the tech stack? So like one thing that like when we started this was like on the account abstraction side of things, and I'm like, this is gonna definitely like intense is definitely gonna change the game, but like no one's really talking about this yet because it's probably too early for that signal to noise to be hitting like the traditional media. And if you're not a builder, you're not seeing that. You're not seeing that at all, right? And so
like they can't trade the intent narrative, so no one's talking about it.
Yeah. But lately it's been Arbitrum Deww stuff, because I don't know how I decided to get another job, but
this motherfucker got himself elbows deep in Arbitrum Deww. DK the Diplomat with all of his delegate power.
I don't have any delegate power, but I'm very opinionated and I can be a pain in the ass.
Just give us our 500k ARB, okay, please.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but there is a round 2 STIP proposal that's gone up.
Blaze is he's busy on them forums.
I'm pushing for it. You know, I've got bag bias.
No, but you
Yeah, but
should
I think
be.
you're going for the back fund, not necessarily the round two.
Oh yeah. There's also, I think, a gaming step being proposed. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that would be cool.
There's a lot of avenues for different projects to get funding or get support without necessarily, having been included in the STIP. And like you're seeing that now, like there's the back fund, there's the round two, there's off-cycle grant requests. There's a lot of ways to find a way to get funding. But yeah, there's been a lot of shit just going on in the Arbitrum ecosystem lately. On the retail side, everyone's just all anyone sees is rewards.
Yeah.
But on the builder side of things, there's a lot of like bureaucracy that's happening in the background. There's a lot of governance architecture being put in place. A lot of contention and drama that's like happening. And the corporate crypto media and then like the influencer crypto media, like that's not anything they're going to know about. And there's an important, like, maybe retail doesn't care, but I think a lot of people who are interested in Arbitrum stuff or interested in like, finding alpha in the cracks, I think it interests them. So yeah, it just kind of spawned from us feeling like there's a need for content like that.
Yeah, no one's talking to the mid-tier devs, right? Like the smaller projects, the medium-sized projects, until you've reached like a critical 100 top 100 on CoinGecko, like the crypto like the traditional crypto media won't cover you, right? Like because there's too much of an impact. Even like influencer at this point like won't even really mention you because of the impact that it has, right? So like
or some shit, and like for us it's like we're building on Arbitrum. Like I want to get on and chat with all the other builders. Like I don't care if your market cap's fucking $5 million. If you're if you're not a rug and you're building something, like I'm not here to tell people to buy anything. I'm just here to like have you on, chat about what it is you're building, why you're building it, and like whatever other bullshit like rolls out during the stream that we can chat about. And yeah, most of the time, like if a project's on, that it's going to be like this. It's like a guiding the user or guiding the viewer into like buying their shitcoin on like the YouTube influencer interview type stuff, and like, yeah, we're not about that life.
Yeah, it's hard to find informative, helpful content on YouTube about crypto that's not like,
yeah, for sure,
BitBoy like content with like a bunch of tickers in the title. It's like, what are we doing here? So this is a really cool thing that you guys have.
There was one chick that was on Twitch a while back. Her name was Crypto Condor, I think. And she was like one of the few streamers that was making like decent educational content and doing deep dives and stuff. And then she kind of got a little bigger. I don't know if she had partnered with a protocol or something, but I haven't seen her stream any content in a long time. And her name stuck out because at that time there was only like the BitBoys and Moon Carls and stuff like that. So when I came across on Twitch a crypto streamer that was, making the type of content you'd see on like the YouTube walkthroughs and interview type content, it was like really surprising to me.
And now she goes by Wendy. Just kidding.
No, Wendy's been around forever though. Like
yeah, I know.
I remember when she had like no following and she was just getting started out back in like 17, early 18. It's crazy. Like anyone that kind of just stuck to the craft through that time period, they all have crazy followings and are successful in their own kind of realm in crypto media.
Has anyone looked at that like whale show, the like Shark Tank, but the crypto one with like Scaramucci and Wendy?
I watched the previews. It's not out yet. It's not, the episodes aren't out yet, are they?
I don't know. I saw the previews and I'm like, this is cringe Lord Supreme, man. I can't
I
wait to even watch the whole preview.
Yeah.
I had to stop halfway through. It was too much.
Like I think that is
I'll give it a fair shot.
That's the appeal though, right? Like there are the people that are gonna want to watch it because they think like, oh fuck yeah, this is like Shark Tank but for crypto, and then everyone else who's like, I'm never gonna. This is like the shittiest thing I've ever seen created. Who allowed this to happen? Like this is so cringe. You're still gonna fucking watch it because you want to clip it. Like
Yeah.
so no matter what, they're gonna get all the eyes, they're gonna get all the views. Like they're gonna be people that love it and log on to like, see what the next fucking like hidden gem is that all these grifters have like pointed out. Or the people that are like us that are like just waiting for the perfect like Mario clip to quote tweet every
Oh, I forgot he was
next
in it.
week.
It would
Yeah,
be
I
fun
don't
to
know,
do.
Go ahead, dude.
I was gonna say it'd be fun to do like a Shark Tank style show like that on Sanko TV, but make it purposely just like shit
Parody.
coins. Like obviously not like real projects, but like people give their 5-minute sales pitch about why their new Harry Potter, Barbie, Crash Bandicoot, Inu is like the next big thing, and everyone's like pumping it and dumping it. It's all like PvP. Like doing a parody of that would be really funny.
Yeah, I think some comedy.
I would even organize that.
Okay, to be honest.
Let's do it.
That'd be fun.
We should do that, and then we can apply for a grant. Sanko,
I think
Sanktek.
I think we can
Sank
already.
Tank.
I mean, the Arbitrum Citizens Grant we would probably apply for. I don't know
This
if
will be
it's.
Arbitrum specific. SankoTank is a next generation
Oh,
game
Sank
show.
Tank.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
SankoTank.
That's a good name,
I
dude.
love
That
it.
sticks.
SankoTank.
I love
We're
it.
doing this.
Yeah, and
we are
you could be
currently
trading the
taking
coins live.
applications. Taking project applications. If you're a milady, we will we'll bump you to the front of the line.
All right, I got something. So during your pitch, we also have hamster races going on at the same time.
Yeah.
That was really bottom stuff, wasn't it?
That was
It
truly
was.
that was truly
Racing
like bottom
hamsters.
stuff. Like you had to know that it's truly over or this is the bottom, at that period of time. It was like, okay, we deserve to like for the oil industry to be shut down. Or like God give us one more chance. We won't race hamsters for another 4 years. Next time it'll be a different animal. I was really surprised to see the moral line in the sand that was being drawn. It was like hamsters are fine, but cockfighting, like definitely no. We can't do that. I didn't understand. I didn't understand the line that was drawn, like the morality and like it's totally fine to like abuse, probably like give stimulants to, and watch hamsters race and bet on them. But cockfighting in a country where it's totally legal and they're already doing it, not allowed to stream that. No betting on that.
Yeah, maybe we can do one on Sanko TV that's more wholesome. Like, have you seen the marble racing on YouTube? Where they do
I've
it like
seen
in the
marble
sand.
racing. Yeah.
Like that's nothing wrong morally with that. So I think I would go all in on that.
What about turtle racing? Like we could just set them on the beach. We'd have to supervise, so they didn't get scooped up by birds. But we'd set them at the beach and we'd watch them race to the water. That seems like a pretty like ethical way to race an animal. Like you're setting them free. The fastest one wins. We're protecting them from predators, and we're collecting fees along the way.
We can have the coin with a ticker turtle or something.
Yeah.
See how
Could
high
you
that
set up
goes.
kangaroo boxing for us, Blazed? Is that a thing down there? Like I would. I
You have to
can't
drive like
not
an hour.
imagine. All right, so
They're
it does happen.
Great, but you see them like an hour out of capital cities, I'd say.
Are there underground kangaroo fighting rings? I would totally assume that'd be a thing.
Not that I'm aware of.
Dude, kangaroos get so jacked, dude. That's the craziest thing to me.
Yeah, I've seen some of these videos of them
They get
like
so
squaring up with a
jacked.
guy, and they're like 6'2" and just jacked, and it's like what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? You have to fight it.
Yeah,
You reckon?
they come up to you at campsites and stuff. I've had some come up to me and like, if you stare at them, they'll go for you. But generally, they're pretty chill usually.
You got a box. You don't have
I
a
just
choice.
walk around in their pouches, around.
What do you do when they
Do
come
they
at
all-
you? Do you have to
Sorry.
fight? Is it like, if they
Is there
come
like
at
an unwritten
you?
rule?
You
Yeah.
have to.
What's the rule there?
So you gotta hold your ground.
Yeah, of course.
Do they all look like they're on trend? Like, why are they all jacked? It's insane.
And
They're just diced. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'll have what they're having.
We don't have anything like that here in the States. It's bears. Bears are the things that we don't fuck with out in the wilderness. Like, if you
Dude,
see a bear, you're fucked.
Or moose. Moose.
Meese.
The meese?
I
I've got
was
a lot
one
of
time within,
deer
like-
out here.
Like
No
6
moose.
feet from a moose, dude. They're gargantuan. You don't realize how big they are until you're standing like really close to one.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, some
Like
of
they
these
could
deer by
they could
me are
take
pretty
10
fucking
steps
big.
and end you.
Yeah, the deer out here are like, I call them lawn rats because
Oh yeah, for sure.
they're like, I live in a area that it's not too wooded. Like, I don't live out in the forest, but there's a lot of like forest metro parky area out here. So that we've totally just invaded their homes by the way the communities are set up, and they're so lost and confused. But there are like, I don't know, every like mile stretch you could probably find in a mile by mile area, you could easily find like, I don't know, 30 to 100, no less than 30, up to 100. And they're just not scared at all. They'll come like right up to you and eat out of your hand, and fucking, they smell weed in your house. They'll come and start sniffing up by your window.
I went to that one town in Japan once where they're all like they walk right up to you and like, where's the food at? And like, give me the food, because they're so used to humans. But for multiple generations, they've been breeded and co-lived with humans that like they have no fear at all. And it's unlike experience with deers that I had growing up. I don't know if you guys ever been there, but it's an interesting experience for sure.
Where are you talking about?
There's a town in Japan.
Okay, town in Japan. I
somewhere
haven't been to
outside
Japan
Tokyo.
yet. It's one of the few places left on my bucket list of like countries that countries I need to visit. Like I need to see the pyramids.
Yep.
I need to go to like Alaska or preferably Alaska. I'd like to go to. I want to see glaciers like break off into the water. Like right on the edge of the I don't know, glacial edge, beach edge, whatever the fuck you call it there. And the Aurora Borealis. So like if I can knock out the two at the same time, that'd be great. And then I don't know why, maybe it's just like the conspiracy theorist side of me, but I feel like eventually they're going to not let us go and visit the pyramids. So I have this like need to go and see them in the next like few years.
Let's do it. We'll go see Petra too out in Jordan to go on a little trip.
Yeah. I'm down I want to spend a couple weeks out there and like go see the few different pyramid sites and then go do some other exploring.
It'd be cool if like there's some parts like Damascus I think would be really cool, but Syria's kind of off limits nowadays. There's like a bunch of cool places in the Middle East that I really want to see, but they're not as tourist friendly as Jordan or in Egypt.
That was something someone in the Telegram was talking about, I think yesterday, that they want to like stream from mobile going through cool tourist areas or through like on ghost hunts or something like that. So I don't know.
Ghost hunts.
Have you seen some of the guys that do like the abandoned buildings?
Yeah, to abandoned buildings.
That's so like that gets me going, man. My adrenaline going watching those guys.
I know. Me
That brings
too.
up a good point. Dude, are there plans for a mobile experience? I think that'd be like pretty cool to be able to rather than have to pipe through OBS, just be able to stream right from my phone camera onto Sanko and be able to do shit like that. You know, like then you'd kind of tap into like the vlogger subculture.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely have a lot of plans for mobile streaming, like just via like the phone camera itself. It kind of works right now, but it's a little bit buggy. So we want to fix that ASAP, just so yeah, we can get the vlogging type people. There was a guy on here who was gonna do like a 24-hour stream of him just vlogging from his phone the whole time. I think that'd be really cool. He was saying stuff like, "Oh, if you gift me," he'll just be going around like his college campus. It'll be like, "Oh, if you gift me 10 bananas right now, I'll go ask out that girl," or stuff like that on stream, which would be really funny. You know, you can make it like little challenges and stuff like that. So we definitely want to have
games.
the mobile experience. Great, yeah.
One person in the chat, Captive, says he's going to try to get arrested live on Sanko TV.
I don't
Hell
know.
yeah,
And I believe him. I was in his friend tech chat, and he's a wild motherfucker. So I'm pretty sure.
The Todd Fine of Sanko TV.
Oh, kind of like that
It's
Bitboy
like-
video.
Imagine if that was streamed on Sanko TV. That would be sick.
Dude, I saw the video. I mean, from a few days ago, but I saw it yesterday, and like I could not stop laughing. Oh, Todd is
He was,
fucking
yeah.
hilarious.
He was tweaking.
I'm gonna break the window.
He's
I'm gonna break
tweaking
the
on it.
window.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
oh my god, this
Yeah,
is
and
fucking
then-
great.
Now he's posting like $40 P&L screenshots of like his like just degenerate trades. Like, what are you
Come on,
doing?
he can at least inspect Element. It's 2023. Come on.
He's not even trying to hide it. Yeah.
No, we need a Fuzi of Sanko that will just like dedicate his whole life to embarrassing himself on stream for glizzies. Like, who will go the furthest for 10
I don't know.
glizzies?
He would make so much, honestly. We don't want to gift that
yeah.
guy.
No.
I think
Just
yeah.
like
But-
that kind of guy who's like, I'll go and stream for 24 hours and like, just do random things. It reminded me of that because like, that although people aren't telling him what to do, like that's like, what he's doing essentially. He's like, let me just go somewhere. I'm going to push it to the limit, like no matter how dumb I look or how bad I look, because I'm going to get a check. It's weird that like that's what society is kind of turned into. Like we lived in a if you think like when we were kids, people wouldn't do things in public because of how embarrassed they would be, or how people would laugh at them and look at them. And now people don't care how much they're laughed at in public because like they're more popular online and they know that they'll get positive attention and positive feedback from their online community.
Yeah.
So like it just like it's weird how how kind of the like where you're looking for respect has shifted, and people who are not even like crypto native who like literally live online, but just the people who are like using the internet in their daily lives because it's integrated more, have now defaulted to that like the internet holds more weight, or like online.
There's some
matters
cultures
more.
where shame is still, very powerful tool. And there's some cultures where that has gone completely out the window.
Yeah.
And it's a
It is interesting to see.
powerful incentive.
For sure.
Like people will just be vlogging themselves at like a restaurant, which is like really embarrassing for like, I guess, seeing someone do that. Maybe it's not embarrassing, but it's just like, but they're getting a bunch of views on whatever they're streaming on, or like whatever platform they post the video on, them just being silly in a restaurant or like on the subway. But it's worth it to them because their online personas more important. It's cool to see.
Yeah, I find that there's a balance. I don't try to be any different like online. The only thing I want to be different is like what I look like. But like I don't try to be
You're handsome.
anyone
You're
who's not me. You know, when people meet me most of the time they think that I'm very much like the same person, or I've said things and just been talking around, and then I've had someone come up like, dude, I swear I know you from somewhere, like who are you on Twitter? And like that's how we end up introing ourselves to each other, because like I sounded familiar to them even though we've never
Hmm.
spoken, you know, on a call in my life, because we're in a group chat together for the last 3 years, like talking around each other. um I just seemed like me.
Yeah, I definitely
Like
noticed
that.
that.
Yeah, and like that's not for everyone. For some people, you know, it is like
Not being so.
it is a LARP, like, you know, like, and they enjoy like the LARP of being able to choose their own adventure and choose the
Mhm.
character that they are. I used to have like fun experiments that I would do on Twitter like years and years ago, with just like styles of posting and like how different people will interact with it. Um, and it's super interesting when you like understand kind of like how Twitter will feed into or feed out of you know different pieces of content that you're putting out, or different types of content you put out, depending on the reaction that it thinks it will cause.
Yeah.
You can really be whoever you want on the internet, which is really cool. Like I like to think that I'm pretty similar, like IRL versus like on Twitter and this kind of persona I have. But it would be fun to spin up like an alt account on Twitter and like just like have a certain posting style, and just play along with it and just LARP and have fun with it.
I find it hard to stick to it. Like I've done that for a little bit, but then like I find myself always wanting to go. Like I find myself becoming so disconnected from that account, or from like my real account and persona when I'm doing it, that it becomes like unnerving almost. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
when I'm posting like that, I'm like, oh, I don't want to post like that right now. Like, you know, I want this to come from me, or I
You
want
gotta
it to
commit
sound
to the
like me.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally do.
I mean, there's a few
So it's
accounts
just
that like have been doing it for years now in the whole role playing arena. Like I think of Foo as like Foo hasn't posted that much recently, but like Foo has always committed, was always been committed to the bit.
Yeah.
CL has always been committed to the bit. Jim.
Spartan.
It'd always be fun to like spin up like an alt and kind of tweet like GCR, just do like crazy bull posting, especially at a time like now. I just really love GCR's style of tweeting and like the images he used to put on. And I feel like a bunch of like fake Zoomer GCR accounts I've seen on Twitter the past month, which
Yeah.
I follow them all. It's like super entertaining. Like I'd love to make one myself.
Cryptic intellectual bullshit at the local top.
Yeah, they're like, what do you do in a horse race? You bet on the fastest horse. And it'll be like a picture of like a few horses racing. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Like I love that. Even though it means nothing, it's like it like gets me energized for some reason. So
Like, I'm freaking pumped. Been drinking green tea all
yeah.
goddamn day. What movie was that from? Fucking trying to think of that guy's name. He was like the hillbilly with the mullet that was in all the movies. In all
Shooter?
like Judd Apatow, like adjacent movies back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
There was that one
The
TV show
baseball
where he was
guy.
like the yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
Eastbound,
please. He was
Eastbound
the,
and Down. Yeah, that's it.
yep,
Oh.
he was that guy. He had another movie where he was like he was doing karate or some shit, and he was
Danny
like
McBride.
really bad at it. Yep, Danny McBride. Yep, that's what it was. I can't think of it right now, but look up like
He's
the
a
karate
bull
movie he
poster
made.
for sure.
Yeah, the karate one he made. It's like so low budget. It wasn't in theaters. Super low budget, but it's fucking like hysterical. It's just so dumb.
I haven't seen that. The Foot Fist Way.
Foot Fist Way. Yep,
Low
definitely.
budget martial arts black comedy. That sounds pretty funny. Is it good?
I mean, depends on the spectrum of good you're rating it on, but it's if you're into like mind-numbing, pointless, absolute like retard comedy, like yeah, it's really good. there's definitely like a lot of like memorable scenes and like, you know, autistic quotes that you'll get from the movie. Was one of my favorite Danny McBride pieces from back in the day. But you have to be able to tolerate the like terribly low quality of the film.
Kind of adds to the effect, adds to the comedic effect of it.
It does add to it. I mean, it seems like it was streamed on like, you know, an old school VHS recorder. It's pretty bad.
It's fine.
All right, Blaze, I know you only got a few more minutes, so just take the time to wrap it up. I'm going to thank you guys for popping on, giving us a little bit of insight into Sanko.
Of course.
You'll see us on here. We're going to continue to cross stream on Sanko TV when we stream. I'll probably be streaming some games. I went live with Lil Bob Ross the other night.
Yeah.
Probably do that a bit more often.
Preview. Yeah.
But yeah, I love what you all are building. Do keep it up. Keep us updated on new releases, new features. And if you want to come back and just shoot the shit, we usually stream a bit earlier at like 11 a.m. EST. I know it's a bit on the late side, early side for you, Bison, but if you want to join, just shoot the shit, talk about what you're building, what's going on in Arbitrum. Let me know. You're more than welcome to join.
Of course, man. I appreciate having us on.
Yeah, really appreciate it. As a question to you, Cozy and DK, what are some things that you want to see built in Sanko TV over the next weeks and months?
Okay, my two top things are transferable passes and mobile, because I think it'd be really cool to, like, for me, I like to watch not a lot of vlogger content, but I know that there will be some more on the comedy side, and that is usually pretty entertaining content. So I'm looking forward to mobile support, looking forward to transferable, and then static stream links. Because what would be nice is if instead of before every stream, like right now for Streamlabs, when we set them up like this, before every stream, I'll have to like reconfigure my Sanko key. But if we're able to have one that changes per stream and then have like set a toggle or something for one that's a static one, that would work really well for a lot of live streaming software outside of OBS.
I see. Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I can definitely.
DK, what about you?
That.
You're gonna have to give me some time. As far as I've gotten is I bought one of our passes while we were live on the stream, and that was a pretty seamless experience. But I got to play around with these glizzies and figure out some of these little knickknacks, and then I can come back and see if there's any like features I can think of. But I think that we start making this into the normal rotation. I wanted to support something that was crypto native. At the time, the only one that had kind of popped up was Unlonely, and rip Unlonely, because I do not like that founding team. So it was cool to see this kind of pop up as a natural progression right after Unlonely, and Arbitrum native. God, you got me there, right? So
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, DK, because I meant to mention that earlier on, that one thing that like we were really excited about, and I posted about it like the day that I saw a lot of Sanko stuff being started to get promoted. We were originally planning on, we don't mind the distribution that comes with, Anchor, and every, streaming service it distributing into there for you. But that's not crypto native, right? And like DK said, we were really looking for something that was a crypto native platform for us to start pushing content onto. And Unlonely kind of dropped the ball in like quite a few different ways, but mainly on like the security side, and then the way that one of the founders kind of handled that didn't sit very well with some people on our side. So we we were happy to join onto Sanko, and yeah, being an Arbitrum protocol, you know, we're Arbitrum bulls, so always happy to
Very,
support our brothers at the round table. Oh
Very
wait, we
happy to
can't use
hear.
round
I think-
table. What is it, DK? What are we calling it?
I don't know, dude. I've been requested a DMCA takedown on my use of the word roundtable in Arbitrum. So
Oh my
it's a little
God.
bit too close to home for our brothers at Camelot, which is fair. But I was hoping we could, like, you know, keep on going with the King Arthur, you know, Camelot lore, just because it is Arbitrum specific. But I guess there's too much crossover, so we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Yeah, but appreciate you guys. The invite's always open. If you ever want to come back again when you got some major updates, or you just want to come on and shoot the shit, shoot me a message. We're happy to have you on. To all our viewers in the chat, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate joining the first stream of Eden on Sanko. And we'll be back, I think, tomorrow, DK, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah, we're doing
morning
it
with
tomorrow
Mark.
morning. Yeah, we got to
Alright.
talk about this market. What happened when we were sleeping last night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be live on
My alarm
Sanko
on
in the morning.
5 a.m. See you there.
Yep. All right, thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
adios.
I'm getting you up. Later.
Later.
Thanks, guys.